whoever is, I am here, I am alive. And this morning, I happened to check into this group, and oh my God, I am so embarrassed. I was so embarrassed when I saw, oh my God, I haven't gone live in here for nearly a year. And it's funny because every time I show up, I'm like, I'm going to keep showing up or I'm going to shut the group down. And I haven't done it for a few reasons, but mainly like I just got busy with motherhood, you guys. And look at me. Like, look at what self-isolation has done to me. My hair's a mess. Nothing's matching. I don't know what's going on. But if you're live, if you're here, join me, say hello. I would love to see if anyone is actually live when I am live. I mean, isn't it funny how we're just all connecting via like Zoom now, and how thank goodness for the online world, because oh my goodness, like where would we be without it? It'd be like being in the play in London. Oh, I see Kimberly's here, Mary's here, gals, so good to see you. All people are still around. That's so nice. Now here's the deal. Last video, and I didn't even realize. Hi Kimberly, good to see you, gorgeous. This is so embarrassing. This is me eating humble pie. I want you to see this and go, this is Rachel eating humble pie. I want this to be an example to you. I want this to inspire you that it's okay to change your mind and to show up anyway, okay? I am rough. My son is probably going to wake in about 2 minutes and totally ruin this live or add some color. I don't know. But this is motherhood. For those of you who haven't had children, enjoy your freedom. For those of you who had, relate, like, have some empathy for your sister here. Anyway, hello, Mary. I love you, Mary. It's so good to see you guys. So here's the thing. I think about a year ago, I said, I need to shut this group down. And at the time, I'm going to be completely honest, the first 12 months, first 18 months of motherhood was really hard. And you've heard me maybe say this before, and I haven't shown up because let me just here. I didn't know what to say. I didn't know what to say because I was like, I meant to inspire people. I'm not feeling inspired. My son has only just started sleeping through. I'm talking in the last week, 18 months, and he's dynamite. Like, he is amazing. But the sleep thing has been really, really hard. So, and every season of, parenthood, you've got a different challenge, but that was something that we had to kind of deal with. So, we're all in this really weird, crazy state of you're isolating. Are you meant to be productive? Or are you just meant to rest? I've done it all, y'all. I'm just going to say, okay? I've had a bit too much caffeine, too much wine, like too much ice cream. Like, I have indulged like everybody else, okay? I'm not going to lie about that. But the but is, I just wanted to come on here because when I saw, embarrassing, because I have been updating my Facebook page, but when I saw in this group, the last message you saw from me was I'm going to close it down. And for some reason, I just couldn't do it. I just felt so weird about closing it down, so I left it open. And I had people still joining, and so I felt weird about doing it, but I wasn't sure what to do. Have you ever been there when you're just like in this weird in-between place? So I just left it. And then this morning, I'm all inspired because I've been doing some stuff on the side, obviously not my hair. Anyway, here's my message for you. It is never too late to show up again. And I keep saying again because I started this group about 3 or 4 years ago. I started my Facebook page, I started a business, and it has pivoted and pivoted and pivoted. And that's life. Like, I've had to adapt because I've evolved as a person and as a businesswoman. And so my message is changing. I am is changing, and I'm just here what I need to commit to is taking you on the journey with me instead of trying to show up and be like, I have all the answers all the time. I don't, obviously. I'm just someone who's, I do feel called to encourage and inspire women to create a life and a career on their terms, but that is not even what this is about today. Here's my message. It is never too late to show up again. And because I'm telling you, I've had to keep recommitting, keep showing up. And this can be in anything in life. It could be a business, it could be a career, it could be a relationship, a marriage. It could be for your body, like, just keep showing up. When you've had those bad days when you're like, oh, I ate a gallon of ice cream. I'm obviously just going to be this size forever, so I may as well just keep going with it. And it's like, and I know because I've done it myself. So it's like, you don't have to, just show up again and show up again. So this is me eating humble pie. Clearly, I haven't been consistent with showing up for you guys here because I was all like confusion land, which is ridiculous. That's right. To everyone, girl, it does. And let me tell you something about Mary. She is killing it in terms of like committing to a healthier Mary. She is just and she's dynamite. That's the word that comes to me when I think of you, Mary. Is absolute dynamite. And Kimberly as well. She's an ambitious little thing. She's quiet, but she's got an edge to her, and I love seeing. I cannot wait to see what you do next. So yeah, life happens to everyone, and I'm not gonna lie, this motherhood journey has not been easy for me, and it's not easy, but it's been amazing at the same time. I'm not gonna sit here and complain about it, because that would take too long. Anyway, so I got my coffee here, and I just wanted to inspire you. And I hope this inspires you. Just seeing me really, look, you usually see me on here, my face is all dolled up. Look at me. Come on, my roots need doing. Like, I just felt the need to show up and say, I'm still here. I'm not giving up. I'm showing up again. I'm eating my humble pie. I'm saying, sorry, I haven't been around, but I was stuck in confusion land. And when you're stuck in confusion land, you can't help anybody, honestly. So get out of confusion land. And by the way, God doesn't call us to be confused. Okay, that's just like an excuse for us to stay stuck. I'm just saying, okay? So you don't need that. Like, you don't need the drama that you're creating for yourself. God, I hate how my hair looks right now. Anyway, I can't help it. I'm like, see, and I'm just looking at myself. Okay, something I wanted to show you guys. It's so funny because you're like, oh, I'm in isolation. Not much can happen. But actually, a lot can happen if you let it. And I do say if you let it because how do I say this? I did not realize how much I had changed just in terms of levels and confidence since I started my business. And you know how God called, like, you might feel called to something. You're like, man, why did I do that? Like, why did I start that? Because it didn't turn out the way I thought it would. But sometimes God is calling you. I'm going to take the seat again. I was getting all preachy. God is calling you to something because it is going to give you an experience or a platform that you will be able to use at a later date. For example, when I started this group, when I started my online business, everything was online, right? So when I moved back to Australia, if any of you know my story, I was living in the UK, and then we moved back here when I was pregnant. It's so funny because, like, all the business opportunities I had, like, coming up, I'm like, none of them were really virtual. And so that when this isolation thing happened, a lot of people were like, oh, online, Zoom, and like, that's how I structured my entire business. So the online thing wasn't at all weird to me, and yet still, for me, showing up in a different way, I don't know if this makes sense, it required a new level of confidence. And yet I'd had these foundations that had already been built. So I haven't been around for like a year or something, but I can do Facebook Lives. I can show up. It's not new to me. It's just like riding a bicycle. So you don't know what you're being prepared for right now of what that's going to set you up for later, okay? And here's what I want to show you. This is one of the things. Just give me a second. Right, so I told you I became a mom 1.5 years ago, and you have your ups and your downs, you have your crazy times. So I was inspired to create a product for new mothers, and that has come together in like the last week in the coolest of ways. But it's basically a set of affirmation cards for new mothers. And it's not just any affirmation card. These are notes from one mother to another. I wrote these when I was in the hospital had baby because I recognized some of the thoughts and feelings I was having were like, I'm like, is this normal? Is this okay? And then I would like speak to my girls, my sisters, or my close friends, and they were like, yeah, Rachel, that's totally normal. I'm like, why does anyone say that? Why does anyone say it feels like this, that, and that? So I just started recording. I just started recording my thoughts. And actually, there's a much more amazing story to go with this, but that's not what this is about. The point is, these have been on my list for the last 1.5 years, and I've been working on it quietly in the background, and I've got the packaging we're putting all together as well. But I just thought, it made me just think, finally, I was like, you know what, I'm ready to do this. In a week, I had this all done. In a week. It only took me a week, and I have been sitting on it for so long. But it's more about you just finally making a decision of stop overthinking it, and that's one of my things. It's a procrastination technique, but overthinking is one of my things. I don't know if anyone else can relate to that. Can you relate to overthinking? Oh my gosh, it's one of my big things. Hey, Katrina! Girl, I miss you. It's good to see you on here. So there's that. But what I wanted to say was, as weird as this time has been, I've been oddly productive, but not in the things I thought I would be. We have a study that needs cleaning out. It still needs cleaning out. I haven't done anything with it. And yet, I am closer to getting my podcast launched. I'm in talks with the publisher about publishing my book, which has been sitting there for like a few years. I am promoting and getting my affirmation cards out there. These are finally coming together, which I'm so excited about for new moms. See, what else? It feels like there are other things going on, but it's just all these things are just kind of coming together. And A, I think it's God's timing, but B, I think it's just getting over yourself. Like, just getting over yourself. Like, I can't say I sit here and feel like the most amazing version of myself all the time. Motherhood is hard and it has you questioning yourself so much while laying in bed. Oh, I am so with you. Which was such a nice bed day too. It's like rainy and stuff, but I'm on my second cup of coffee. This is the only way I can bring you anything that is close to being inspirational. The only thing that I hope is actually inspiring to you guys is my authentic nature. I didn't groom myself at all. No, I did put on some lipstick, but that was it. And I just want to remind you, I want to be an example of this is what you do. You keep showing up, even if it's been a year. You go to the gym, you call that friend, you apply for that job, you have that tough conversation, you ask for what you want. And here's the thing that I have had to go to God constantly about, because he has called me in some seriously uncomfortable directions. Like, where I'm like, dude, what else do you want from me? But I promise you, he's preparing you for a next level. And that next level is so awesome. It really is. It may be scary crap, and maybe you're in the scary part of it like I am. And I'm not going to lie. The next part of this, I've never released a product before. Not a physical product. Obviously, I sell my services and coaching and PR and copywriting and that messaging type of thing. But I'm doing something I've never really done before. And yet, he had set me up before with this online business. So it's a big chunk of it that's not new. So you never know what the pivot is going to be. You never know what direction you're going to be called to. But I think what I've realized is the importance of being obedient to that one thing that is inside you going, I feel I should do this. And it just gets louder and louder. And I'm telling you, there's a time for that. There's a reason for that. So please don't ignore that at your own peril. Little did I realize that I would be producing these cards at a time of COVID in a season where some women who are having babies, and it makes my heart hurt because I'm just like, I couldn't imagine. By the way, when you become a mother, everything's even 10 times more emotional. But I couldn't imagine being in the hospital, not being able to see people. Well, actually, it might be a little nice. Actually, I just imagine everything would be high end. So I was like, that's an interesting timing thing, God. Little did I know these would be coming out at that time. So you don't know what you have that someone else is going to need. And if anyone is interested in those, let me know. I haven't even launched yet. I haven't even set up the account yet, but I'm literally putting the packages together now. But I'm also sending to women who could use them at this moment. So just send me a message if you want more information on those. Great to see you smashing. Yes, I am smashing them there. I am showing up for them. I can't say I'm smashing them as of yet, but I think I've also had to learn to find joy in the journey. The hustler in me has always been about go, 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 achieve, achieve, achieve. And I've had to really reconcile that with who I need to show up with in my family, as a mother, as a wife, as a business person, as just a normal person. Hustler is really important, and that hustle, I think, really drives. But there's only a season for that, and you've got to balance it out with being able to breathe and be okay with not being there yet, wherever there is for you. And if you don't enjoy the process, you will quit. It's that simple. You absolutely will. I think I hear someone opening. Oh my gosh. Michael, is that you? Michael. This is my husband, Shane, and I don't think he wants to be part of the live video. Shane, do you want to come say hello? No. Shall I tell them what you're wearing? Oh, that's funny. I thought it was Michael, but it's not. It's my husband. We'll get him next time. We will get him next time. Anyway, ladies, that's all from me. In terms of the future of this group, I can't exactly tell you what it is, but I will be showing up on the page, on my Facebook page, definitely Life on Her Terms, and on my Instagram, and there he is. He's awake, which is also on her terms. Please, keep liking, keep engaged, because I will be showing up. Michael, do you want to come in and say hello? Great timing, as usual. Here, baby. Come here. You just woke up, didn't you? Do you want to come and say hello? Come here. Oh, it's a hard life, isn't it? Come here. Let me see you. He just woke up. This is Michael. Michael, do you want to say hello to everyone? Say hey. This is my Michael. He's 18 months old, and he's finally starting to sleep through. He's not sick. He just always has a dry cough in the morning. No, that's Mama's coffee. Anyway, that's it from me, gals. Please, if you have any questions, drop them. If you have any comments, if anything I said resonated with you, I hope it did, drop it below. But yeah, it's good to be back on here and doing the thing that I know I'm meant to do. So I hope you just are reminded and encouraged today that it's never too late to show up again, even if some distractions and a little one. It's like, that's so cute. Thank you. Show them how much you love me. Show them how amazing I am. No. Yay! Yay! All right, you want to say bye-bye? Bye-bye. 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 All right, see you soon, ladies. Much love. Bye. Oh my God, he's so... I need to actually post more photos, don't I? People think you just left us or something. Good on you, Mike. Oh, Mary, you have no idea. Good sleep. Honestly, it's all right. You guys have a great day. Much love to you, and I'll speak to you soon. Mwah. Bye. Bye.